Welcome back, guys. In this video, we'll complete our chapter on separation techniques. In an experiment, which of the following observation would suggest that the solid sample is a mixture? Now, keep this in mind. Whenever something is a mixture or impure, it will take a long range of temperature for it to melt. So, number 11 is option B. Here is it. Density of the, no, is actually, let's see, is option C. Solid begins to melt at 573 Kelvin, but will not melt until 648 Kelvin. That's a whole lot of temperature in between them. So instead of it starting at 573 and melting at 575, it goes to 648 Kelvin. Option C for 11. 12. A brand of ink containing cobalt 2, copper 2, and iron 2 can best be separated. Whenever you hear colors of ink, you use chromatography. Chromatography, which is option D. It's the best way to separate ink. 13. Which of the following substances is a mixture? Seawater is a mixture. Now, I want you to jot this down. Examples of mixture: blood, concrete, soil, brine, seawater, milk, urine, Coca-Cola, crude oil. Brass is also a mixture. Palm wine is a mixture. Flood water and air. All these are mixtures. All these are mixtures. I would also like you to write examples of compounds. Important compounds. Number 1, slake lime. It is written Ca open bracket OH close bracket 2. Number 2, quick lime. It is written CaO. Number 3, washing soda. It is written Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Number 4, ethanol. It is written C2H5OH. C2H5OH. And lastly, CaCO3 is also called limestone. Limestone. These are compounds. Please note that sand is a compound. Sand is a compound. And the formula for it is SiO2. SiO2. Just like water is a compound and it is H2O. 14. In an experiment above, whenever you see ammonium chloride, you definitely know that it's sublimation. Option C is the correct answer for number 14. 15. Which of the following would support the conclusion that solid sample is a mixture? Option C. The solid has a melting temperature of 300 to 375. Like you heat it and heat it and heat it, it will not just melt. Show you that that item is a mixture. 16. Which of the following is a physical change? Which of the following is a physical change? 16 is dissolution of sodium chloride in water. If you put salt inside water, you could also heat it and get your salt back. You remove the water would be lost and your salt will be left. 17. Changes in the physical state of a chemical substance. Okay, T is as shown above. So okay, the letter X, they're asking you for what is X, what is Y, and what is Z. I'll just pick the answer. This is because if you check your notes, I've given explanation to this. 17 is X is sublimation from solid to gaseous state. Then Y from gaseous state to liquid state is called condensation. Then Z from liquid to solid by freezing. Option A. 17 is option A. 18. Which of the following can be obtained by fractional distillation? Fractional distillation is option A. Nitrogen from liquid air. Please note that, right, the industrial production of nitrogen and oxygen from air is done by fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. 19. Which of the following are mixtures? Remember, I made mention of mixtures earlier. 19 is only option A, which is this. Petroleum is a mixture. Rubber is a mixture. Rubber latex is a mixture. Vulcanizing solution, no. Carbon sulfide, no. These ones are compounds. So those are, and III, sorry, vulcanizing solution is also a mixture. So III and III, they are mixtures. 20. One way to also know compound and mixture. Compounds have chemical formula. Mixtures do not have chemical formula. Which of the following substance is not homogeneous mixture? When they say something is homogeneous mixture, it means it has one content. It's a mixture, but everything is singular. When something is heterogeneous, it has different things like flood water. Everything, you can see it inside. Now, which of the following substance is not a homogeneous mixture? 20 is option C. Flood water is not homogeneous mixture. It is heterogeneous mixture rather. But soft drinks, they put a lot of things inside. But if you are drinking it, you will not feel the different things. So it's called homogeneous mixture. Flood water is heterogeneous mixture. Have you ever seen like a water before, like a gutter, you see that there's different things inside. So it's heterogeneous. 21. The dissolution of common salt in water is a physical change because 21. The salt can be recovered by evaporation. This question is similar to the question we just answered now. 22. Which of the following substances is a mixture? Mixture. Bronze is a mixture. Bronze is a mixture. Option B. 23. A mixture of sand, ammonium chloride, and sodium chloride is best separated. This is a repeated question. Sodium chloride and sand. To separate these both, you go first add water. You dey get. So to separate sodium chloride and sand, sodium chloride na your salt, common salt. You go add water. After you add water inside, you go allow the thing to stand, to settle down. The sand go down. The water wey dey, if you test the water, e go dey salty. You can't filter the water comot, you can't evaporate am, you can't heat the water. So it's a filtration, evaporation, then sublimation. So 23, which order should we pick it? Sublimation followed by addition of water, then filtration, then evaporation. But you could stop at filtration here. 23 is option A. 24. A pure solid usually melts over a short range of temperature or a narrow range of temperature. Let's see. Lower temperature, no. A wide range, a narrow range. 24 is option B. If the item is pure, it will not take too much temperature range to melt. 25. Chromatography is used to separate components of mixture which differs in their rate of migration. 25 is option B. 26. Which of the following is an example of chemical change? Rusting of iron is a chemical change. 27. The addition of water to calcium oxide leads to chemical change. Option B. 28. A mixture of iron and sulfur can best be separated by dissolving the mixture in. 28 is option B. Hydrogen chloride. I would go again. A mixture of iron and sulfur. To separate them, you dissolve their mixture in hydrogen chloride. So 28 is option B. 29. I would like to explain this 28 a bit. We still have a couple of time. Let's go. A mixture of iron and sulfur can best be separated by dissolving. First, jot this point down. Iron only reacts with steam at red hot heat. Sulfur does not react with water or steam. Next, iron is not amphoteric and hence does not dissolve in a base. And Benzene is not a solvent for iron or sulfur. So benzene, so a mixture of, you can't use benzene to separate them. Sulfur no go dissolve inside steam, you get. And iron no go also dissolve inside dilute sodium hydroxide. So the best answer here is option B, hydrogen chloride. If you have question about this, if you need more clarity, let me know on the group. 29. Sieving is a technique used to separate items with different sizes. 29 is option D, different sizes. 30. A mixture of iodine and sulfur crystals are best separated by 30. Let me see. Carbon 4 sulfide to filter off iodine. Right. Carbon 4 sulfide is a suitable solvent for sulfur. 31. Pure solvents are obtained by option A, distillation. 32. A little quantity of trichloromethane with a boiling point of 60 degrees Celsius was added to a large quantity of ethanol, boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius. The most probable boiling point would be, here's how to go about this. That's 32, right? If something has 60 degrees Celsius, you can't add them to another thing where you get 78 degrees Celsius. What thing will naturally happen be say the both of them will give you a little bit temperature where they higher than their normal temperatures. So option B will be the correct answer, 82 to 84. You know if you pick 60, see 60 here, you know if you pick 60. You know if you pick 70, I know if you pick 69. You go for the one way we say it a little bit higher. It's just like if they mix water, maybe you first parboil water and you add the water to cold water you want to use to bathe. After then maybe you forgot or you were doing something, you got busy. Then later you come again, the water is cold now, and you still need to bathe with warm water. Then you have to heat another hot water again, add them. Answer the question by yourself now. When you add the second hot water, you remember say the first hot water never entirely cold. So when you add the second hot water, it will naturally increase the temperature. So similar case scenario for here. So option B. 33. The chromatographic separation of ink is based on ability of the component to move at different speed. 33 is option D. 34. Which of, I think I would stop here. We'll continue from 34 in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you have question, leave the question in the comment section or send it to the WhatsApp group for answers.